All right. As you can see, day 2000. We have officially made it to day 2000 on my hardcore world. And you may be wondering why I'm standing here. Well, this actually does have some significance to this world. This is actually where I spawned. This is where it all started. Now, I'm not 100% sure on the exact date I started this world. Mainly because I didn't actually plan on recording videos on this world. This was just a world that I started to have fun. Now, the thing is this isn't the first hardcore world I've had. I've actually tried to start multiple different series on different hardcore worlds, and either my computer crashed and I lost the world, or I just didn't play the world. Funny enough though, I've never died on a hardcore world before, and I don't plan on that happening anytime soon. But yeah, this is where it all started. Actually, that's the hole that goes 100,000 blocks that way. I actually, funny enough, did it right by spawn. So this hole here goes 100,000 blocks that way, and this is actually where it all started here. But if we go over here, this is actually my slime farm. I built this a while ago. A lot of this stuff you'll see here wasn't recorded on video. A lot of this stuff I just did off camera because I needed it. Oh, also before I carry on, I will actually be releasing the seed to this world at the end of the video, so kind of make you guys stick around to watch this. Okay, so this here is actually where I got all of the warped wood, I think that's what it's called, for the iron house. Big house? I forget what I called it. That's actually where I got all that. I farmed it here. I don't know why I did it over here. I'm looking back at it, it just doesn't make sense. Unfortunately, a lot of these farms, I actually forget who I watched videos to actually build these farms off of, so yeah, it actually worked pretty well. I think it's still, yeah, it still works really well. Yeah, so there's nothing else over here really. I haven't done too much over here. So spawn over there, the mine over there as well, and then into the nether. Actually, I think since we're in here, we may as well kind of get everything. So I think this portal here takes me out into the middle of nowhere. Yeah. I guess I can fly around just a little bit just to show you. Yeah, so so this here is actually the first gunpowder farm I had. And now that I'm thinking about it, I shouldn't have actually used the other portal since there's more that direction near the slime farm. So this was the first creeper farm I built. It involved cats. Again, I can't quite remember who I was watching. Didn't work, so I then moved on to a different idea, or same idea, different area. I wanted to build it over water because I'm pretty sure things were spawning on the land over there, and we're messing it up. How did I get in here again? Yeah, right, there was a thing here. I used this for, I think, about 200 days. This was from, I don't know, day 120 to 300, I think, and it just doesn't work anymore. One, because I have an AFK'd here. Two, it doesn't produce as much as my my current one that I use. There was nothing else actually there's something that way, a long ways that way actually, but I'll get that at the end here. What else? There's a floating tree. Lovely. Okay, going back through the portal here. That's my main portal going to my main base. This is going to that random location. Funny enough, this one was built before that one over there, so I would use this whenever I was traveling to get back to my base. Very inefficient. Again, another farm here. This is where I get all my frog lights. Actually, there's a lot of magma cream in here. Might actually want to grab that. Again, I honestly cannot remember the name of the YouTuber I watched to build this, or who designed this. I forget his name. I'm really bad when it comes to remembering names. And as you can see in the distance, that actually looks sick. Here's my gold farm that I AFK'd here for, I don't know, 500 days or something like that. My goal is to get to like 1000 XP, and I AFK'd here for a very long time. Fun fact, I actually almost died here, so you're supposed to put like little glass above here to prevent magma cream or magma cubes from spawning, which I didn't realize they could do. I apologize if it's really loud. Yeah, so I was AFKing here. I was in my room at the time, so I did actually notice it, but magma cream jumped in, got in here, and I actually got like below half health, I believe. I'm not too sure the exact parts, but it was low. This is my AFKing area. I usually use this as a marker that I have to jump down there. This portal, I'm not too sure if I want to go through this portal yet. There's stuff that's being done here. I kind of want to keep this one a secret. I'm not too sure if I want to tell about this one yet. There is another thing. I'm a little worried about getting lost, though. It's a long ways away. A really long ways away. Let's do this then. It's a long, long ways this way. There should be a couple torches indicating where I'm at. This is my ghast farm, which doesn't work anymore. Actually, I'm not too sure if it doesn't work anymore. I don't think it does. Again, can't remember who the creator was. A very smart guy, because I am not smart. I built this in the, I think it was 100, I killed 100 ender dragons video. But I think I only showed me AFKing at the top here. This doesn't work. This took a long time. Actually, I don't know if there's a little bit of gunpowder. Oh, actually, some gas tiers I'll take. Oh. Well, it still works. That's good to know. Yeah, so nothing else in the end besides that. Or sorry, Nether. Okay, and now we're back. This is my main portal here, which I will not use quite yet. I actually want to go back here and catch the things I missed. So if we carry on this way away from the slime farm, we will actually get to our guardian farm. Guardian farm and new gunpowder farm, which is somewhere over here. Yeah, so there's the guardian farm. I, again, can't remember who built this. It was so long ago. There actually might still be some stuff in here because I was actually AFKing in here recently. No. So it actually works fairly well. I wouldn't say it's the most efficient thing, but it works not too bad. It's also a good ink farm as well, so you can get black dye fairly easily. This is my new current... Whoa, what are you doing here, bud? This is my new current gunpowder farm, which I believe was built by Shulkercraft. Like 90% sure it was. I don't think there's anything in here now. Works very well. Uses snowman, I believe. Snow golems, whatever they're called. And just over here, we got my my end fortress here. Yeah, so I believe I've actually walked through here in a video, like full video. I've walked down in here, kind of gone into the portal. I'm not gonna go into the portal just yet. Honestly, I should have actually done this a bit later. That way I can actually go into it while I'm, you know, doing the thing. But that is the portal. We will go in there later. And if we go on this way, then we will get to my first starter base. Or just my starter base in general. You can already see some terraforming, which never got showed in a video. I scrapped that whole video. I hated that video, actually. It was really bad. Yeah, so this is my little Japanese city that I was working on that, again, never got into a video. I was gonna have, like, each house is gonna have a specific use. So, like, all the vegetables or food and whatever. Stone, anything that was green or could be planted. Wood, dirt, also gravel, and, like, sand, I believe, as well. Custom tree, which at the time I was really proud of. I was really shocked that I actually built this. And actually over time you'll notice how I got better and better at building custom trees, which is actually something I'm really proud of, because I've always wanted to build custom trees. As for these houses though, there's nothing done. I didn't even finish the exterior. I actually scrapped the video very fast because I realized it was very boring, actually. I was focusing on trying to make diagonal houses to make it look a little bit, I don't know, different, less Minecraft-y, which doesn't make sense since I'm building this in Minecraft. This, oh, let me try to remember now. This gradient was, I believe it was off of one of Whip's videos, which is also why you'll see some of that on the ground as well. Added so much more detail. And he is a great builder. If you don't know who he is yet, go check him out. I'm honestly surprised if you don't know who he is, because he's a very big Minecraft YouTuber. Highly recommend. Yeah, so he had a really good, really cool gradient for kind of stone walls and stuff, so I used that, which actually worked out really nice. This area is still really cool. It's honestly a really chill area. It just, I never used it anymore, or I haven't used it. And honestly, I don't know. I might come back here, tear down the houses, and try it again. But that's a later time. I don't feel like doing that just yet. As for this pond here, this was all me. I did this on my own. I used the, I don't even know what this block's called, muddy mangrove roots. So I used muddy mangrove roots, just mud, and then I think I used like black stone down here to give it more of a darker look the further down it went. Really chill area, honestly. I miss this area, except I don't like the houses. I try to avoid this area because of the houses, actually. Just so annoying. There was actually going to be a cave here as well. I was going to have it kind of going into a cave. Don't know why, it doesn't make sense, but there was going to be a cave. At the time, I did not have a wheat farm. A massive wheat farm like I do now. So all of this mud brick came from this one farm here. Unfortunately, I did already scrap the video, so I don't actually know what his name was, but we did give him a name. We did give him a name. And honestly, if you guys want to leave down in the comments, you guys can name him. I forget his name, so he can have another name. Yeah. Okay, what else? Let's actually go to my first starter base. This is all not in order, by the way. I'm sorry. This town was built after this main house here, which I believe was in my 100,000 block challenge as well. You'll see like early stages of it. Skeletons, I actually ended up catching skeletons in boats because, or at least ones that had armor, because I was going to try to catch every kind of armor set that they would wear, so like leather, chain, gold, iron, possibly diamond if I could find it as well. There was a little sand garden here, which also had a beacon and still has a beacon at the bottom without an actual beacon thing. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so this was actually really cool. I actually found this design, or this idea, on Pinterest, which you guys will probably notice a lot of references to images on Pinterest if you guys are on Pinterest. I believe I also showed this in a video as well. There was supposed to be a secret area over here if I continued living over here, which I ended up moving away. I don't know, I got bored of the whole Japanese theme, which is honestly quite sad because it actually could have turned out really nice. This was supposed to be a guest house. I didn't actually give this area any use. I was actually planning on coming back here, actually like recently, and finishing it up, probably starting my videos in there. But then I thought, well, there's an upcoming video that's gonna be probably my new area. Yeah, so that's the guest house. This is the main starter house, my first ever starter base that I worked on back in day, I don't know, 100 or something like that. I procrastinated a lot. I didn't do a whole lot. I actually need to move this armor set. This is actually very important. This is my first ever iron armor set in this game. I believe there's an old stream where I was actually wearing that. I feel so bad, but I left this dog here for so long. I think I've got this dog back at day 150 or something like that. And he doesn't even have a name. I don't know. I don't even know if I gave him a name. I think I might have actually. Might have to watch that stream myself just to see what his name was. What else? Again, you'll notice a common theme here. Every house that I've built does not have an interior. I was kind of working on the interior on this house here, but again, never finished it. I built this. I was actually super proud of this at the time, and then I, you know, got better over time. So I'm looking at it now. It's not the best. This railing design is actually really interesting. It serves no purpose. There was going to be like a little market here, I believe. I was working on a little market here and just never finished it. Okay, before I go up here though, this, come around here to the main house, off to the left, is the to-do board, which yeah. I neglected and forgot. As we come into the first layer here, this was actually when mangrove was first added, so I really loved the wood. It's a different type of color. I used it with quartz, which red and white, I don't know, works. I don't have them here anymore, but this wall was covered in shulker boxes like that. So it almost looked like a nether portal with all the purple shulker boxes, which I thought it was a cool way of storing them, but it was a very impractical way of storing them. First ever smoker, which also has fish in it. I had a super smelter here, well, small super smelter, and then I built a bigger one, which is honestly, again, built by another guy. I don't know his name, I forget his name. But I'm looking at it, there's a lot of flaws with it. I had to stay here and make sure it wouldn't like overflow, or not overflow. Anyway, it just didn't work all the time. It's not a bad farm. It's not a bad early game super smelter. Yeah, and I made this 4-layer automatic carrot farm, which has 8 villagers, I think, because each layer has 2. Did that on a video as well, I think. That was miserable. Okay, so I also have a cactus farm, which I don't think I showed in the video. I think, actually, maybe I did. I'm not too sure. It's been a while. Cactus farm, I built that early on. I need a green dye, which I don't even use anymore. I think the idea was all of this was going to have like green terracotta as well. We're going to sleep in my bed, my purple bed, which I used to sleep in all the time. Why am I facing the wall? Okay, so one last thing over here. This cave here was my my main cave that I would hold everything in. These weren't here before. It was just that area, which is my sheep farm, my automatic sheep farm, which if you guys, I'm actually not going to tell you guys what's missing here, but if you guys can guess, good job. Your name will eventually end up in this world. I don't know how to reward you guys, so there's definitely something missing here, which I did not realize until quite a bit later in the game. I can't remember. Oh, there's 4 here. I don't remember there being 3. Can't really remember the story behind these guys. Obviously, there was a skeleton riding a horse. and 4 more appeared, apparently. I thought it was only 3. Again, that is my main portal that I used to get back into the Nether and out of the Nether. I have infinite rockets because of my amazing gunpowder farm, which produces an absurd amount of gunpowder in a short period of time. Short a period of time? This sugarcane farm, I forget who it was by, but I don't even remember who I was watching at the time. I was watching someone's stream. They just hit 2,000 days, I think. While I was building that, just a random fact. Again, the sugarcane farm works a little too well. Oh my goodness, I should have really tried to figure out. Oh no. I know who this guy was. I know who. I linked it in the video, I believe. Chapman. Yeah, Chapman. This farm was by Chapman. Completely forgot about that. It actually works really well. Honestly, I still have unlimited moss in this farm. It works so well that I don't actually need to use it anymore. Oh, glow lichen. I think this was an Ilmango video. Yes, this was an Ilmango video. Oh, this is also kind of a lag farm as well. Okay, and yeah, so vine farm here. Because I'm a very, very intelligent person, and I was like, oh yeah, mossy cobblestone. You need vines for that because I'm old. Didn't realize you could just use moss. Yeah. I believe that's it for. Actually, no, there's not. There's actually, I have to go down to the cave here. If we go down to this main cave here, though, this is going to be a long video. I apologize. This was my first ever Nether portal. This goes into the actual Nether, because all the other portals lead above the thing, above bedrock. So yeah, I'm not gonna explore too much down here because this will probably end up making me get lost. Trust me when I say this goes on for a very, very long time. There is mines down here that have just been dug out, except I think that was probably just quartz. It goes on for miles. This is where I got all my my netherite. So trust me when I say it's very big down here. I would explore more of this Nether, but at the same time I haven't done anything. It's just a Nether. There's nothing. There's nothing I've done to it. And frogs. This is also when they first added frogs. I was trying to figure out how they worked because I'm not very smart. I had to get frogs from each biome. I forget what the biomes were. They were warm, cold, and then I think just medium or what. I forget. Again, something I didn't do on camera. It originally went straight down here. I think I explored a little bit of this. I think this was kind of the main cave, but at the same time I didn't want to explore a cave. So I kind of made a little sharp turn here. So first of all, I will go back up there. First of all, it went straight this way. I believe this goes on for like, I don't know, 50,000 blocks or something like that. Again, 50,000 blocks. I spent a lot of time down here mining. These honestly go a long ways, and there's nothing down there. Yeah, so this area here is where I started grabbing my deep slate because I just needed deep slate and I kept running out of it. So I just made a big area where I would just focus on mining deep slate. I also ran into a geode. That's what they're called, a geode. Also, if I need tough, there's like chunks of it too, so I can just mine that. And I think it's kind of funny because I just don't care about diamonds anymore. I just left the diamonds. I'll get it if I need it. I believe that's it for down here though. I believe that's it for this area. Nope, that's not it yet. There is one more area which is very secret, and honestly I need to do something with it, and it is just down here in this random patch of stone. I go in here. Forget actually how I found this. I was just mining over here. I found a skeleton spawner, which I still use to this day for all my bones. I spent a lot of time down here. I think, okay, there was a lot more bows here. I turned them into dispensers. I had a little button here, which made it automatic, which I don't think actually works. Do they still drop the bones? I don't think they drop bones. I don't know why I made that. I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. It was a cool little contraption at the time though. I'm gonna try to show you guys absolutely everything that I've done in this world. So yeah, this was actually for the villagers that are in the carrot farm, because I have a villager breeder right here, which I'm pretty sure you guys have seen at one point, which is actually still working. Why is there so many of you guys in here? I should actually take some of you guys out. What I'm gonna do is eventually I'm gonna have villagers in the actual houses. I'm gonna start naming them with you guys' usernames, if that makes any sense. So that way I can kind of include you guys into this world, you know? Maybe. Okay, and I'm sure you guys have already seen this, but I'm gonna try to do this in order. So first of all, we go into here. This city, this little village here, was not this big before. I think it was only a couple of buildings here. But I did a 100-day challenge trying to, farm emeralds because I have these guys. These guys were at 1. It was like basically a stack of rotten flesh for a stack of emerald. It was such a good trade. But their trades got reset and they never they never went back down to 1. So yeah, these guys are kind of just here now. And I honestly haven't used this area since. I might use it for glowstone because that's actually not a bad price. I do actually need glowstone. I do actually use it for bottles of enchanting, but yeah. So that was an episode. I made this little cart, which actually to this day I'm still very proud of. Should have actually had a horse in there too, though. Again, very common. Nothing's done on the interior. If it has an interior, then it's special. This statue I built on a stream. Now, I can't remember quite what its name was. Statue of Bruce by the god dog, because that's the guy that commented that comment to make the statue. Yep, that didn't make sense. Yeah, cool statue. Definitely gonna redo it. It looks chunky. I built this entire iron farm, which is funny because it's an iron farm and it's a house. I wanted it to be different, so I built a house. I don't even know how I'm gonna explain this. It's a house that provides iron. First time actually doing this style of building, which honestly started something because now I love it. I wish I did something different with the actual block choice. I wish I like went with a gradient, but I didn't. So, oh well. The iron farm is here. It's very chunky, very ugly. It's just there. Again, can't remember who the creator of this iron farm was. It provides me a lot of iron though. I don't actually need iron anymore. If we go over here though, there are some stairs, which if we go up, there is another farm up here, which is my mud block farm. Yeah, which was also built by Ilmango, I believe. It's very complicated. It uses this thingy, which I don't even know what this thingy is, so it's complicated. Yeah, very cool design. Actually, it works really well. It gives me a lot of mud blocks very fast. So cool little design in here. I need to finish this, but at the same time, this is also really ugly, and I just didn't care anymore. Okay, the little in what is this called? Greenhouse, little greenhouse, leaves. This is actually a really cool area. Love this area. Now, I actually added something to it though. This is something I did like a couple of days ago, like in real life days ago. If I go over here, I'm sure you guys can already hear it. I made a little honey farm because I didn't actually have a honey farm. It gives me lots of honey. It's very nice in here. I'm not gonna even talk about how much of a pain these guys were. Again, another video I scrapped because me trying to figure out how things work in this game is just not entertaining. Plus, it was like a 5-minute long video. What else? What else did I do? Well, I built that. That was recent though. Pretty sure most of you guys here will have seen that video. Because at this point in time, I think it has like 5.6k views or something like that, which is crazy for my channel. And also, thank you very much. Yes, so this was a custom little area that I made. Thank you guys for recommending the fireplaces. I love making little areas where it just looks really cozy and cool. Yeah, so this is built that little water system, which also doesn't come from anywhere. It comes from inside the mountain apparently. I built the poor people house. I don't think I actually called it that, but this is like the commoners kind of live here. You know, if they don't have a anyway. Made a couple of houses. Lots of custom trees. That actually was the first one, fun fact. The one in the middle of the entire city here, in the town. It's not a city yet. This was the first custom tree I built, I believe. And then when I was making the city expansion, which again, pretty sure most of you guys have seen, I built this. All of this in here, which I used anvils from the iron farm, funny enough. I think I've used like 4 or 5 stacks of anvils just in decorations. That fact alone is just hilarious to me. That bridge was actually, I think I built it the same episode I built that house, the big house. I actually had a blast making this bridge because I don't usually build bridges. Oh my goodness. I hate Endermen so much. But yeah, so I started using this gradient, which was difficult to figure out. I used concrete powder, which is something new that I didn't do at the time. I didn't use really concrete powder in buildings. It's usually just, you know, solid concrete, not the actual powder itself, which try something new. You find out and find out you might like doing something different. What else? So I think the next episode after that, I built the storage room, I believe, which is this little area here. This is honestly a really cool area because if I turn shaders on, it gives me a little cool thingy. Isn't that cool? Looks like a starry night. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. But if we go down here, I got all my chests with all my diamonds, items, and everything, and an accidental netherite chestplate that I made, which you guys will also. I think I left that in the video. My getting all the not totems. What are they called? armor trims. This is where I keep all my blocks. I kind of was going with a gradient here and then gave up at the end because I just didn't care. And then over here I have all my green, red blocks, which might carry on. I might continue to do that, except at the same time, all the wood ones over here. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. All my armor trims, which I still have in here. All my armor trims, which are on netherite armor with diamond coloring, because why not? This area here, this was gonna be the museum. It's been used by Endermen apparently, because there's thousands of Endermen in this world. This floor design here, I absolutely loved. Yeah, so this is the museum. I was gonna actually have a custom tree in there. I don't really want to spoil much more though. It's gonna branch off into a couple different areas here where I was gonna have other things. Still might do it, but at the same time, since they've added 2 more armor trims, I might have to move this. No, I'm not moving it, it's staying. Okay, so with that done, next up is the Foundations Castle. Foundation Castle? That doesn't make sense. I built this huge thing one day when I was really bored. It was actually really fun to make though. Again, stinking Enderman. They make me upset. I have to do something about this, except I just don't know how. They're gonna continue to do it. I might just place water in there. That's actually a smart idea. Okay. Again, went with the same grading as the bridge because, you know, trying to make everything fit in here. This actually was a lot of fun to make. This was really fun to make. The entire foundation, which at the time I was like, is this big enough? I'm not too sure. First time actually doing these like winding stairs that go around, which I think they turned out okay. And then we come up here to the castle, which will also be done here eventually. I ended up having to tear down a couple of the mountains there. Needed to make it bigger. I don't really want to show too much of this yet because this will actually be in the video, the main castle video. So yeah, it's very big though. Very, very, very big. And then after that video, I decided to work on a farm, which I experimented with custom trees. And I would say I figured out how to make oak trees now, custom oak trees. I love this one, by the way. This scene here is just really cool. Like, this is cool. This is really cool. All the wheat fields and everything. Yeah. This is also unfinished. I haven't actually added all of the farms yet, but eventually it'll be done. Nice little pathway. And then all these cool trees in here. I still can't get over how cool this is. Goes into the windmill, which again, still not a huge fan of the fans, but oh well. Custom trees again, you know, custom fields. Oh my goodness, yeah. Again, none of the interiors were done. It looks way better with shaders on though. Looks so good in here. Looks really, really good. Oh, if we come down here, got a custom tree. This was the first custom oak tree that we built. Doesn't look too good. Again, first attempt, never usually looks good. And then eventually you'll learn a new skill, which is custom trees. As you guys can see from this angle, the windmill, which was also the first windmill I built in like 6 years. So yeah, I've worked a lot on this area and I will continue to work a lot on this area. Okay, so what next? There is something over there, but again, that's where that other portal leads to. I don't really want to show it quite yet. Okay, so I guess with that, there's one thing left. 2 things left to do. I don't know the exact coordinates, but I can tell you it's that way and a long ways that way. So I am going to go fly that way and I will be back. And with that, 9,000 blocks away, I built this, which is, again, this was actually done fully on a stream. Oh my goodness, they're still here. So I was trying to get the rare axolotl, the blue one, because I still don't actually have it in this world. This was entirely done on a stream, a bunch of streams actually, so yeah. Okay, and now that we're back, I guess the only other place to go now is to the end. So if we go down here, this will actually I need to do something with this. I need to make this look a little bit better. This is the end portal. This is where I fought 100 ender dragons. That is also my enderman farm, which I guess I can go check out. Made this out of glass, which was also an interesting choice. There's a sword here. I haven't been here in like forever, so it's, yeah. Again, I haven't done anything into the end yet, besides kill 100 ender dragons, which is why there's like a ring of those. I do plan on building something, because I don't plan on fighting the ender dragon anymore. I've done that. That's been done. Nothing in those portals besides like a couple of bridges going to end cities, but yeah. I don't think there's anything else in here too. I'm pretty sure that's it. Nothing else in here. Oh, there's an enderman chasing me. Well, I'm back. And you know what? That's pretty convenient actually, because that brings us back to the beginning. You know, where I said I was going to release the seed? Yeah. So here we go. that is the world seed. So I guess you guys can like start playing along now if you want to. But with that, I do hope you guys enjoyed the entire series so far, actually, but also this video. Because, you know, you guys have been with me this entire... Some of you have been with me this entire time. A lot of you are new, though, because a lot of these episodes were done when I was, like, at, I think, 100 and something subscribers. But now I'm, like, almost at 900, which I still honestly cannot believe. Thank you guys so much. But yeah. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be a little montage at the end, kind of like a summary of what we've all kind of seen with shaders. But again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support as well. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.